Hey everybody, welcome to Geo Week 2026 in Denver, here with Brian Connolly. Hey Brian.
Nice to meet you.
Tell me what you do at Esri.
Sure, I'm a senior solution engineer at Esri. I support a lot of our imagery workflows and users on their journey through taking imagery into the ArcGIS platform and doing really cool things with it.
Okay.
That includes not just drones and aerial imagery, but obviously terrestrial and 360 imagery from your amazing sensors that you have here at Mosaic.
Thanks. What's changed over the last year?
Yeah.
What do people do with imagery now that they weren't able to do a few years ago?
Yeah, quite a bit, especially in the geospatial world. Everything has always been from the bird's eye perspective.
Okay.
And so now the introduction of terrestrial-based imagery provides our users a different context that they haven't had before, right? And so to bring that into the geospatial world gives them the ability to do asset management on the city and street level scale.
Okay.
Never before were we able to do that or even think to do that because everything was more about parcels and maps and 2D views from space, basically.
Okay. Yeah. I've heard some people say that you can just fly a drone around the city and map it that way. So what do you need cameras on the ground for?
Yeah.
So what do you say to that?
My thought is it's great to get that drone perspective, the bird's eye view, but we spend our time down here on the ground, right? So all of the things that we care about are down here, right? So bringing that into the fold to be able to detect assets using AI or other types of capabilities really helps them manage things that we tend to care about more often, which is everything down at our level. Right?
Can you give me any examples of some interesting stuff that you've seen your customers doing on your platform using terrestrial imaging?
Absolutely. We have a lot of cities and transportation groups that are driving around with cars with cameras attached to the top, collecting those just to understand what the current conditions are, right?
Okay.
To understand where issues might arise, potholes, blight, those types of things. But really it becomes a really nice asset management tool, and then you can start to see over time as those collections continue how things have changed and progressed, where city planners might need to strategize different actions for their communities so that citizens are having access to all the things they need access to, right? It's a nice way to maintain the world where we live.
So on your platform, you can show regular photos, you can show 360 photos, you can show full 3D environments. How do you see this evolving over time?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the buzzwords of today, AI, digital twins, right? These are important for our users as well. So bringing efficiency through AI workflows to really understand not just what's changed, but how it's changed over time. That's really helpful for them to just track what they need to track. I see that growing. People are not only wanting to visualize what's going on in their cities, but also in indoors and other environments that brings all this type of wealth of information together in one place into a common picture or digital twin, if you will, right? And so we're seeing a lot of that in Esri's ecosystem as well.
Okay. Do you see the indoor stuff growing?
Yes, absolutely. We recently had a really interesting project with San Francisco Airport, mapping the entire facility out, right?
Okay.
That took a lot of data, a lot of people doing a lot of collection with different sensors. Not
How'd
just
they do that?
With LiDAR, with imagery, with all sorts of things. It's quite a bit, and pretty extensive to go into.
I think airports are one of the
It's a big facility
more
to manage.
things to map indoors.
Exactly.
Like you have to walk around, and you can't go outside very often. You have to walk around indoors for a long time.
Exactly.
All these sensors, it's sort of like pushing everything to the limit.
Yeah.
The sensors, the processing.
That's right.
And getting everything into a coherent model.
That's right.
It's still a pretty hard problem.
Absolutely. It's a lot of data to manage, to extract insights from, and to share, right? And that's what Esri really brings to the fold, is that platform to do all of those things. So,
How long did this take to accomplish, from starting the capture to getting it onto your platform?
It's an ongoing process, right? To go from just a basic foundation of what is there to make it an automated system with feedbacks, that years. So I would assume about a decade to get it really right? And it's an ongoing iterative process as time goes on.
Right.
Now, that doesn't mean everybody will take that long. Some people get started immediately with some basic image collection. They can just bring it right in and start to do some interesting things immediately. But to get really up the maturity curve of a true digital twin, that takes some effort and some planning and some coordination across multiple teams, right? Yeah.
Is it getting easier?
I think so, yeah. I mean, the tools that we see here at GeoWeek, all the sensors and all of the capabilities here, this is the type of event where we all learn from each other and connect and then bring that back to our organizations and grow from there. Everything over time gets easier and easier. The introduction of agents and AI, all of that makes it more efficient for even me and you to go outside of our normal realms, right? So,
right.
Absolutely.
Do you think all these AI agents and things like that are going to change the industry over the next year or two?
It's a little nerve-wracking sometimes. I do think so. They're being introduced everywhere, right?
Yep.
And so how can we use those in a strategic, safe, but useful way? I mean, the world is our oyster when it really comes to using those types of things for X, Y, and Z use workflows, right?
Yeah. Right. Thanks a lot, Brian, for stopping by.
It's nice chatting.
Always good to talk to Esri and see what's
Absolutely.
going on.
We look forward to connecting further at other events, too.
Great. Thanks a lot.
Thanks so much. Cheers.